Hey everybody, and welcome back to E&W Farms. Today we're going to do something a little different. If you remember, if you've been a long time follower of the channel, back when we were trying to build subscribers after we had started our channel, I had always said that when we reached 1,000 subscribers that we would do a hay equipment tour. And so we officially hit 1,000 subscribers back a month or two ago. Actually, about the first of summertime is when we hit it. And at that time, all the equipment was spread out all over about 3 different farms, and it was kind of hard to get every video of everything at the same time. But luckily, we got everything brought back into the home farm. So that's what I'm going to do today, is kind of walk around and show you some of the hay equipment that we use, talk a little bit about it, and then we'll go further. It's kind of a dead time right now. We're waiting on weather and stuff to change around on haying, but we need to go back to the hay field. So here we go. First up. Okay, so first up, we got an AGCO or an AC 5050. These tractors here, I think they were Romanian built. And this is actually the same tractor, a lot of the long tractors, same platform. It was just built for AGCO. We use this as a raking tractor a lot. We ted with it some. We use the little small 4-basket tedders, but this is mainly a raking tractor. Behind it, we got a Kuhn SR108 speed rake 8-wheel with kicker wheel in the center. This was, we bought this probably 10-12 years ago. It's been a good rake. We run several different variations of speed rakes. We got Vermeer and Kuhn. The Kuhn is my favorite to run. So up next we got a Kubota M6800 cab 2-wheel drive woods. It's got a 1020 woods front end loader on it. My grandpa actually bought this tractor brand new. It's one of the 2 only tractors that we have that grandpa bought. Well, I say 2, we got 3. The little Ford that we do the garden work with, he bought. But we have 3 tractors that were his, and everything else tractor wise has been built off of. Tractor's like a 99-year model. It's got right at 2,000 hours on it. Been a good tractor. The only thing we had to do is we clutched it. We clutched it about 1,000 hours ago. We clutched this tractor, and it's probably getting close for another one. These right here run a dry clutch in them, and so if you ride the clutch much doing loader work, they're shuttle shift, but they're non-hydraulic shuttle like Dad's. And so you'll eat the clutch up on them. Here's one of our loaders that you've seen loading hay out in the wintertime and stuff. This is a Ford, I think it's a 445. Yeah, 445 industrial. It's one that I told in the last video that I showed it the first time. Me and Bruce were at a sale and bought this tractor. We were the only person that bid on it, and everybody, after they said sold, argued with the auctioneer that he didn't have any money, and he proved them wrong. So one of those deals, we caught everybody sleeping, wound up with a jam up little loader tractor, handled a bunch of hay, but it turned out to be a good purchase. AGCO 5670. This is another one that we wound up with through some different business deals and stuff, but it's about 60 horsepower. It's got an air-cooled Deutz in it, 4-wheel drive. It's got an AGCO, which was actually a quickie front-end loader, but AGCO bought it from them and branded it their loader. 4-wheel drive, canopy, jam up little tractor. It's an excellent little loader tractor. Then the one thing I like about it is whenever you're running the tractor, it actually has front and rear brakes on it. So the brakes are hydraulic on the front, which makes it really nice. It stops really good. It'll go in the mud really good. It is my favorite tractor to load hay in the field with. Being as tall as I am, let's see if we can get around on the other side. The step to step up on this tractor, because of the way the platform and stuff is, get the grass knocked down here. You can see it's about halfway to my knee, so it's really convenient to step up on. 2 steps up and you're on it. The only thing I don't like about it is it's relatively loud. If you run a Deutz engine on anything, you know how loud they are. And so if we run it a lot, raking or something with it, you have to wear earplugs to run this tractor. But 5670 AGCO Alice, good little tractor. If you're looking for one of those or looking at them, they don't have a very big following, but they're kind of, in my opinion, they're kind of underrated. All right, so we're out in the big barn where all the big boys are living right now. First tractor we come to is John Deere 7410. I think this is a 2001 year model. Got right at about 5,000 hours on it. It's got a John Deere 741 non-self-leveling front end loader on it. And it stays hooked to the 468 John Deere round baler. This baler, I looked earlier in the season, and it seemed like it's right about 7,000 bales, probably with what we baled on it this year. This is a twine only baler, non-net wrap. It's one of those things. I think if I had to go back and do it all over again, I would have figured out a way to save the money up and bought the net wrap, just for the speed. But either way, it serves its purpose. Bruce just found me another John Deere round baler, and I'll walk around it out there and show it to you. It's going to be a series on its own. We bought the baler. The baler was sold to us as a parts baler, and I am going to try to make this baler run. And so we're going to go through all kinds of stuff as far as what to look for in a baler when you're buying one used, what needs to be done to maintenance one each year, different diagnostic stuff on the John Deere side, because I literally have no experience with this baler that he's bought. So we'll talk about that here in just a minute. Sitting over here in the corner, we got the 60/30. 60/30 was just convenient. It's got the hammer strap on it, so it made it easy to hook up. We got our 4755 Heston big square baler. Seen a couple videos out of this. We managed to break some stuff on it. This will come into repair in here in the next couple weeks. Still got a lot of questions about this. I got a couple contacts I got to call on this baler. Got a lot to learn about big square balers. But I was really looking forward to using that machine this summer, and it just didn't work. So better luck next year. But hopefully we'll get that all figured out. In the back corner back here, we've got our model TLR 5000 AX2 two-blind inline bell wrapper. You've seen us wrap a bunch of hay this year. This barn that we're standing in, where all this equipment's parked at, this was our large hay storage barn. But because our equipment fleet has grown so much in the last few years and the size of our equipment has grown, I chose to wrap a lot of hay this year and set it outside versus setting equipment outside. If you're a farmer, you understand that. A non-farmer, you might not understand that. But when we look at cost of equipment versus resale value or trade-in value based off condition, it just makes more sense to put the equipment in the barn and the hay outside. Okay, next two items in the lineup. This is a brand new Krone. This is the first season with this tedder, and I'll have to go around on the front side and get you the number. It's a 6 basket on transport wheels with a 2-point hookup. It's a KWT 7.82 by 6.7, and this being a English build or German build, it's in meters. That's what those numbers are. That tells you how wide this tedder is. It's a 28-foot wide tedder, so it teds or fluffs 2 passes of the 14-foot wide mower conditioner. Love this thing. Love it, love it, love it. I wasn't real crazy or wasn't real sure about the 2-point, but it worked out perfect. We paired it on the 4230 John Deere this year. It was a match made in heaven for the two. Plenty of horsepower, plenty of weight. Not that a tedder needs that much horsepower. I think this tedder called for like 75 horsepower or something. 4230s in the 105, 110 horsepower range. So a little overkill. But in the riding across the field as fast as what you want to ted hay, you want something that's a little lengthier, and a 4230 does an excellent job of that. Okay, let's go out and grab a couple more clips and then we'll wrap this up. Okay, so this is our parts baler that Bruce had just found for me and brought in. This is a John Deere 458 mega wide plus. I do not know how many rolls are on this baler. Don't really care how many rolls are on this baler. It's going to be a backup baler if I can make it run, which I'm pretty confident that I can. I got the doors closed because this one had came open going down the road and is slightly bent a little bit. We're going to straighten all that out. I got a tension arm to go back on it that was missing or broke. And then we're going to turn her on and see what it actually sounds like. But like I said, I think I'm going to do a whole series on just round baler maintenance, and different issues that we run into, things to look for if you're buying a used baler. And then this will be a neat comparison because this baler is a 4x5 only, where the 468 will bale up to a 4x6, and anything in between. So there is some differences between the two, and we may do a video of a comparison between a 458 and a 468. So if you're looking at the two different machines, maybe possibly looking at buying one or the other, what you'll notice straight out the gate. But you get down to it, bare bones, old baler's in pretty good shape. The only problem I had with it and with the people that owned it was they didn't know what a leaf blower or a blowgun or a pressure washer was. You look at my 468 and I take pretty good care of it. It looks like it did the day it come home from the showroom. So all right, let's grab a couple other. This is one thing right here that you may not consider a hay implement, but I do. This is our hay liner. This is a 42-foot hay liner. We haul 10 round bales at a time. It's a self-dumping, self-unloading hay trailer. I love it. It is, other than being as long as what it is, the ideal truck to pull this on would be some kind of single cab short wheelbase truck, and a 3/4 1-ton truck if there was such thing. But something short wheelbase makes it easier to get around with. But delivering hay to customers, this is the best thing ever. Hauling hay in, you don't have to worry about straps, you don't have to worry about any of that stuff. You just set it in the cradle and push it to the front. We haul 11 bales on it from time to time, but most of the time 10 bales. All right, so here's two of the next to last pieces. Our mower conditioner, it's a C450 John Deere. It's got steel on steel interlocking mesh rollers in it, 14-foot cut. This is our second full season with this guy. There again, it's like my tedder. I love it. It's big, it's awkward to move around, but you saw this summer we figured out how to move with it. In the state of Georgia, we get a free escort from the Sheriff's Department for agriculture equipment. So we've taken full advantage of that, and it makes it all the difference in the world trying to move it around. And then the 4440. Ryan, you accused me of the 4440 being my favorite. You're probably right. For years and years and years, 7410 was my favorite. But after getting the 4440, there's just so many childhood memories growing up riding in a Soundguard cab. That, like I said, I need to dig the picture out. It'll take me some time, but I actually have a picture of the original tractor that I remember riding with Grandpa in, and it was a John Deere 2350, which was the same cab as on the 4440. So there's just something about sitting down in the Soundguard cab that makes all those childhood memories come back. And so because of that, that was the main reason I wanted a 4440, was for that Soundguard cab to sit there and reminisce about all the days of riding around with Grandpa baling hay or cutting hay or whatever we were doing on the farm. So yeah, you can say that the 4440 standing and blame Ant Hill. So you can say that the 4440 is probably my all-time favorite tractor that we run right now. I don't know, just being a kid again. But 4440 on the C450. Jerry, I ain't said nothing about it, but I got you a surprise for a winter project for this winter. If we can get the motor built in it, we're gonna have dueling 4440s next summer. Heath's getting the ultimate rake upgrade. He's probably gonna be raking with a 4440. We'll get into that. That's gonna be a wintertime video series, so check back for that. Okay, so there's two other major pieces of hay equipment that, well, two implements and a skid steer and another tractor that's not here at the home farm right now. Bruce actually has the 7740 New Holland bush hogging with it, and so it's at the truck shop. It's been in for repairs there, where we messed those hydraulic couplers up over at Fort Knox. We got all that taken care of, and so it's over there with him. He's been using it for the last couple days, and then it'll come back when we start building square bales. But I'll put in a clip of it and the Coons accumulator, and then the other thing is the John Deere 260 skid steer with the Norton tie grabber on it, and I'll put a picture or a clip of both of those in. But that sums up all of our haymaking equipment. You hear me say we got a whole fleet of tractors that we try to run. In last year's video, there was some video of a D17 diesel with canopy on top of it. That was Bruce's uncle's tractor, and we need to get Bruce to sit down and talk about that tractor a little bit. It's got a cool backstory on how it came about on the farm, but maybe I can talk him into that this winter. Let's see, you might have seen Dad. You've seen Dad's Kubota. The 190 XT and the rotary rake, those are also tractors that you'll see in the hayfield with us. But this is all the stuff that's up here at the home farm right now. We're getting ready to swap over to square bales. So hope you enjoyed the equipment tour. If you got questions further about some of this stuff, leave me a comment. Never done an equipment tour. What I think's interesting, y'all probably don't think's interesting. And what I think y'all probably would be interested in probably is what I think's boring. But it just comes back to that, being complacent in what I do every day. And I'm not trying to be a jerk when I say that about, you know, doing this, but I get all warm and giggly and fuzzy bellied and everything about stuff on some of this equipment that when I went into it, you would be lost and wouldn't care nothing about. So I promised you an equipment tour at 1,000 subscribers. There you go. Like I've said time and time again, I've had people ask me about doing equipment tours. There's a lot of other equipment that you've seen on the channel that is here on the farm, but we're just not going to get into it. And you know, I ask you that you respect our privacy as far as what I want to put out here, and what I want to talk about on the channel. And y'all been really great about that. And so I just want to tell you thank you for our subscribers. Whether you were some of the first subscribers or you're one of the newest subscribers. You hear me say it all the time. I did not start this channel to be like a lot of the other YouTubers out there to try to get famous. I literally started this channel to document what I did every day on my farm. And it still amazes me, shocks me, floors me, whatever type of expression you want to use in that sentence, that people come back week after week after week and watch my videos. because I honestly believe that there would be nobody ever watching. So to have 1,000 subscribers, we've almost got 1,100 subscribers. I had set a goal of the year of 1,700 by the end of December. To have that many subscribers, I cannot comprehend. I cannot thank you enough, because we would have not have had the success we had in the short amount of time if it hadn't been for you guys. So I hope you've been enjoying the channel. I'm sorry that videos are not coming out like what they were, but hopefully we'll get back into some more regular scheduled video posting, and we'll talk more about some of that stuff later on. But thanks for stopping in at E&W Farms. Hope you enjoyed the equipment tour. Be sure to hang around because we still got spare bells to do.